Hello, today I'm gonna play a match against a Russian player. His name is Limit Me 575. Now, he's playing white and I'm playing black.
Oh my god! Wow!
His first move is moving his king to e4. My response for that move is moving my king's pawn to e5. Now, his response is moving his knight to f3. And what I did is at early game, I moved my queen to f6. His response for that move is moving his pawn to d3. And my response is moving my pawn to d6. Now, the next move is of my opponent is moving his bishop to g5. And what I did as a response is I moved my queen to e6. His next move is moving his knight to c3. And my response is moving my pawn to h6, threatening the bishop. Now, his response for that threat is retreating the bishop to h4. Now, my next move for that is I moved my rook's pawn to a6. My opponent move is releasing the bishop from f1, moving it to e2. I think as of now, he's preparing for a castling. I offered my bishop for an exchange to his bishop by moving it to e2, e7. He responded aggressively with the knight moving on d5. I moved my queen to d2. This is because if I do nothing, what will happen is that the knight, the knight here, will go over here and give me a check, and also threatening the queen and the rook.
I am the one, the way your son don't need a.
Okay, so next, his move is knight takes my bishop, and my my response is taking the knight by my knight. Now the next move here is my opponent moved his rook's pawn to a3. What I did is I moved my knight from b8 to c6. Now he responded again, moving his knight pawn to b4. I moved my knight to g6 to threaten the bishop. The bishop retreats again. b4. I moved my knight to g6 to threaten the bishop. The bishop retreats again. I moved my horse to f4.
Nice.
However, white took my horse. I responded with the exchange and my pawn takes the bishop. My opponent is aggressive and he moved his pawn to c4. I move my queen to e2 for a future attack. And the enemy castle. Now this is a very defensive move. However, it will also be a great opportunity for me to where to target. It's a good opportunity to focus on where to attack. Now, time for me to attack. Bishop moves forward on g4 to threaten the horse. I'm not planning here to I'm not planning here to do anything silly. Now his move here, my opponent's move is he moved his pawn. Now this is the time for me to attack. This is a great opportunity. I'm willing to sacrifice my bishop to do an opening on my opponent's king. It's the time for me to attack. This is a great opportunity. I'm willing to sacrifice my bishop to do an opening on my opponent's king. And he immediately responds by taking my bishop on h3. My next move here is to move my king on the other side to castle. Now next, my opponent's move is move his pawn. And my immediate response is also move my pawn. Now, on this side, this white is offering an exchange pawn to pawn. And I just ignore it and I move my knight's pawn on the on g5. Now next move is opponent's pawn moved his opponent moved his pawn on d4. And I place a stronger move by putting my rook on g8. Opponent again focused on this side, on the right side of the board, while I am focusing on the left side. Queen's pawn moved to g5, threatening my knight. And if he threatens my knight, I will also do the same. Knight's pawn moved to g4, threatening opponent's knight. Now, this is a very strong move. Why? Because of course, if pawn takes my pawn, I will use my rook to move forward and do a future checkmate. Okay, so next, my opponent's response is moving his king forward. Now, my response for that is, of course, giving a double check. Check from the pawn and check for the rook. Okay, now, the king have other choice, such as moving it on this spot or this spot on the h2 or taking my pawn. Now, no matter what happens, enemy loses in this game. Okay?
何お前はもう死んでいる。
Okay? Now, there are many variations. However, my opponents decided to take my pawn so that he can escape. On f3, taking the pawn, and then I gave him a check. I think I think he cannot do it anyway. There's a pawn here. The only move he can do is to take the pawn. Okay, so now he took the pawn, and there's the beautiful checkmate.
If you wanted to watch content like this one, like and subscribe to my channel. If you want to challenge a real street chess hustler, drop a comment below and I will contact you. Thank you for watching.
Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel, guys. Today I am going to make a new video, so please whatever. Please I want to reach 1 million likes. So please Okay, thank you.